So there we were, like 100 of us, standing in the very same recording studio that the Beatles did all of their music in. And all of us are wearing these $25,000 watches, which is like, that's like $1 million, that's more than $1 million worth of watches right there. So last week I was in London for quite a big event, Vacheron Constantin, which is the world's oldest continually running watchmaker. It's been running for a whopping 263 years, which is really quite old. I was there to celebrate the launch of an all-new line, the 56 collection. Now for most people that's actually not a big deal, it's just a new range of watches, but for a brand that's over a quarter of a century old, it's a super big deal. Case in point, there were more than 150 people flown over just especially for the occasion, and we took over an entire hotel right in the middle of London. But that wasn't the best bit. Oh no, not at all. The best part of the trip was that they gave each one of us one of these new watches for the entirety of the trip, which is actually pretty cool. Now I'm not sure if you've ever worn kind of one of these ultra uber expensive watches, but they can be a tad intimidating, especially when you're just waiting in line in the middle of central London at something like a Starbucks. So the watch itself is pretty awesome. It's designed to be the brand's most approachable, which means you don't have to be a watch aficionado or a watch snob to appreciate it. So on the day of the actual launch, they had us do all of these cool activities around London. A few of us went to the London Institute of Photography, for example, to learn how to take pictures of things like watches. Next, we moved over to Savile Row, which was a bit of a treat actually, as we went inside Huntsman. You might remember Huntsman from films such as this. And also this one. Then it was on to the main event, and Vacheron didn't disappoint. The grand gala dinner took place in London's Abbey Road studios, which was the same place that the Beatles recorded pretty much all of their music. Previously, it's also hosted the likes of Kanye West, Duran Duran, and Pink Floyd, as well as basically every other A-list celebrity music artist under the sun. We had some drinks, and then they ushered us into this kind of really big studio. So there we were, like 100 of us, standing in the very same recording studio that we found out was where the Beatles recorded the White Album. All of us are there wearing these $25,000 watches, and all of a sudden, Benjamin Clementine walks out and gives us a private concert. So yeah, that was a pretty good evening.
Did you get to keep it?
Yeah, you get to keep what?
The watch.
Get to keep the watch?
Yeah.
This watch is like $25,000. No, I did not get to keep it. Vacheron took that from me the moment that we walked out of the Abbey Road studios.